What's that is? This your boy Q the Truth for the Marijuana Minutes podcast. I got Trap.
Yo, out here.
Gang, Jackie Bell.
What's up, y'all? Back in the building, 420.
Hey man, happy 420 to everybody. And for this 420 show, I got my boy Sean in the building from Arizona. Sean, what's happening with
you? Yo, what's good, everybody?
AKA his name is my name too. Hey. Whenever we go out, the ladies always shout.
Say what?
Hey. No.
Anyways, man. So what's up, Sean? Welcome to the Marijuana Minutes podcast, man. Where we talk about everything under the sun while smoking the blunt, being above the sun. So roll up, listen up, and stay caught up, man. We're glad to have you here with us.
Yo, it's been dope because I've been listening since y'all started. So I've been excited for this since we talked about it. So,
well, most definitely, you here now, man. Dreams do come true.
Dreams and nightmares, all that.
So, how was everybody week? Man? A couple days. You know, I know we just dropped the show for y'all last 2 days ago, as a matter of fact. So, but
it was about like 4 days ago or something like that. It was last Friday, right? It's Tuesday today, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. So it didn't come out Sunday. It came out Thursday. That's right.
Thursday. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Thursday early in the a.m. So it's been a while.
Yeah, man. So how was everybody week?
It was lit as usual. You know what I'm saying? This week, it was more about the grind for me. So I was taking it easy on that drink. You know what I'm saying? I just been kicking it, working, stacking up, getting money. That's all. That's what this week was about for me.
That's tough because it's been the same for me. I don't know about the lit part, but just been working, doing the thing as usual.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Sean, how was your week, man?
My week has been super busy. 420, obviously. I work for a dispensary, so we got deals for rec patients for the first time since January when we went rec.
What?
So
recreational.
Yeah, recreational. So big deals, tons of new stuff that just came in. We dropped a few new companies. So like I don't know if you guys know what Stizzy is, but Stizzy is a California brand, like pretty much like a Juul but for weed. And they brought their company out to Arizona, and we weren't the first place to sell them, but we just started selling them. So they're
you're
really
saying
popular.
That we should invest because they're expanding right now.
I would say look into the company. I don't know. I'm not going to give financial advice.
Well, I do want to speak up and say there actually is a company that we all should actually think about investing in. I'm going to say it on the podcast, but because, you know, people do what they want. But there's this marijuana brand that's starting off. I think it's called I don't know how to pronounce it. It's ULNE. I think I'm spelling that right. ULNE, and it's a startup company, and it's two rappers actually are starting the company.
Cool.
Oh shit, bro! I can't get to it right now, the information, but I got it.
All right, don't worry about it. Yeah.
So we should definitely invest in it and look at that, you know what I mean? Because cannabis is actually going to take over.
Yeah, you ain't saying nothing but a word.
100%.
And I mean, I invest on Robinhood, not giving nobody no free promo.
You got Dogecoin? If you don't got Dogecoin, I was gonna say it's skyrocketed.
I've been on Doge actually for a minute. Me and a friend of mine, I had introduced her into stocks, and she was asking me because I had bought that crypto before and I sold it and made a little money. And then like I hadn't looked back at it. And so she hit me up and she was like, what about this one? And she was like, I'm gonna buy it some. And I was like, I'm gonna come in and buy some more too. So I went in and bought some. And then she hit me up later on and was like, yo, it's shot up. What do we do? And we made I think I put $10-11 in and made $90. Like
2
days.
Dogecoin. I have a coworker that put in like 50 the other day, and now it's at like 39 cents, and he's sitting on like almost $500. Like it's crazy.
I thought it was 13 last time I checked.
I couldn't tell you what it looks like
man,
right now.
It goes up and down. Doge just want to shoot. It goes up and down, but I don't give a damn. Doge ain't got nothing to do. Say again.
What is it called again?
Doge, DOJ on the stock market.
Okay, I have to look at it.
I was calling that bit Dodge for the longest.
But see, Jackie, the thing with it though is like a year ago, it was sitting like around like a penny or less than a penny. So people that put in a good chunk like a year ago are sitting on bank right now, even though it's only at 39 cents.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you make good. Even if you go in right now though and you buy it at 39 cents a share,
you're making if it goes up to $1, you're making good money.
You made damn good money about that. On the yeah, I might be buying me some more in during the show.
I'm probably gonna get me $200 worth real quick. Just go ahead, drop me
just right now. Just pull it up, drop it, no cap.
Yeah, see, that's a different type of flex. See, now I know you niggas making too much money because this nigga had a whole model called Po Life, Fo Life, right? Jackie Bay, you remember that, right?
Yo, I remember that. It's been you've been doing that for a minute.
Now this nigga say, "Oh, I'm just gonna drop 200 in there." You know, look, that's small change.
Something I can risk losing. You know what I'm saying? Or not 50% change my day.
A large percent of Americans don't even have $250 to spare. This nigga talking about dropping.
That can't be true.
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
I mean, I just dropped like 300 at the dispensary the other day, so I'm not one to talk.
So let me ask all y'all a question. Do any of you guys got $250 to spare to give to somebody right now that you can say that it won't affect you?
Yeah. It won't stop my bills from
being able to give it to them and me wanting to give it to them right now are probably two different things.
Big facts.
Like I have it.
Somebody just asked me for $200 yesterday. I said no.
Yeah, like
I gave them 800 because that's all I would give them. I'm not gonna let me borrow it. I'll pay you back. I was like, I wouldn't give you 200, so no, I will give you 100. So here you go. You can borrow that.
I hate owing people money, and so I also hate lending people money because I don't want to chase you down for money. And I let someone hold $20 to buy a gram for a wax for his birthday, and he duped me so hard and bamboozled me.
Now, Sean, hold on. That sounds like a birthday gift to me.
But he told me he was gonna pay me back. He said, "I'm short on money. I'll pay you back." He offered to pay me back. If he would have just said it's for my birthday.
So he put himself in that position.
He put himself out there.
Okay, because I feel the same way too. I feel like even with even I handle everybody like this. My mom, my sisters, all of them. If you come to me and you say, you know, and Keiji, give me $20, and I got $20, I'm gonna give it to you. You know, here. But if you come to me and say, let me borrow $20, I'm expecting my 20 back. And I don't want you shining in my face when you ain't gave me my 20 back, because I'm going to bring it to your attention that I need my $20. And whether you take it, however you take it, whenever you get it, whenever you get the message, then it is what it is. But I don't like that. Like my mom asked me to borrow $20 and I gave her the $20 to borrow, right? But my sister-in-law came pick me up and we went to the store and we stopped at the bar. And I was like, why are we stopping at the bar? And she was like, oh, for your mama. And I was like, oh, but she borrowing $20 from me, but she got $13, $15 to go get some E&J. So I felt some type of way. I wanted my shit back. Now I definitely want my shit back. So
yeah, for me, the guy that I did it to shops at my work, or used to. I haven't seen him in like months, but he would come in. That's how I knew he was spending money. But when I would ask him about like paying me back, I even like helped him out and like did him a big favor and like brought some stuff to him with the homie hookup and asked him for the extra 20 that he owed me. And he then was like, no, I got you next week. So
you should have charged him $20 on top of whatever the original price was, so you get your $20.
I mean, I should have, and I would have gotten it. I didn't do it, and now when I asked him about it again, and he was flexing on Instagram with stuff that he bought, and I'm petty, so I posted like, oh man, life's rough, but you got waxed. and he blocked me. And so I'm never getting that 20. But I'm
petty.
You
ain't never seen that again. But this how I feel about it though. Like if I get somebody a 20, say I was insurance situation, and he never paid me back, I would never even stress him about it. Like if I ask you one time you ain't got it, I might not even ask you about it. Really, I just the next time you need something, I'm just not gonna be like, hey, bro, you still owe me this. So that's my rule. I don't lend you money if you already owe me something. You know what I'm saying? That's just the rule. But I don't care if it's a minimum.
Yeah.
But see, that's the problem. That's the thing though. His thing with that though, right? Is because I don't. If you overdraft at the bank, when your check hit, you don't even have the option to not pay them back. They take theirs. So I just feel like when people do stuff like that, like even when it's your parents or whether it's a sibling or a friend, and you don't say, hey man, you know, you did say you're gonna pay me back. If I borrow money from Trap, which I have, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I owe Trap some money right now. I owe Trap $15. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I plan on giving Trap back his $15. You know what I mean? It's like me and Trap talk every day. Now, life does happen. People do really get busy in life. Honest to God, I have gotten really busy and forgot to just cash out somebody some money. And so when you shoot me a text, hey, bro, boom, and I just send the money right away because I have 2 kids. I have a wife. I got so much shit going on in my life. I really do forget sometimes. It does happen. You know.
Actually, I'm at the other side of that. So, like, I had lent my brother some money, and then I just, like, I completely forgot about it because I'm so, like, I be lending a lot of people money in my family. And, like, they're solid, though. They'll remind me when I forget. But that month, I was, like, paying all my bills. I'm just like, damn, bro, I must have been wilding out at the bar or something because I was just like, what's going on here? But then, like, 2 weeks or 3 weeks later, my brother sent me $100. Like, what is this for? He was like, food for the money that you let me borrow. I was like, oh, word. I was like,
what about you, Jackie Bell?
I have a rule that if I let you borrow some money and you don't pay me back, that's it. There's no going back from that.
Go ahead, Jackie. Sorry.
And I don't typically borrow money from people, because I really hate owing people. But if I do, I make it my priority to pay them back immediately whenever I get it back because I just don't like having debts out there. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So let me ask y'all a question. Does it matter what the person call you to borrow the money for? So say somebody want to buy them some weed, $420. No. Would you say no if they say, hey, can I borrow $20? Give me some weed.
I don't typically ask what they using the money for because I don't feel like it's really my business. It's just like if it's somebody who if I care about them enough to lend them money, then I trust them enough to like say that they really need it. It's not like, all right, man, give me a couple hundred and I'm gonna go blow it on the script. Except for my dad. He's an unwildly nigga, but everybody else.
Yes, he is.
Everybody else. But even with him being unruly, I know he's gonna pay me back. I do know that. He always pays me back. So he's good on that. But I don't ask nobody what they're gonna spend it on unless they volunteer the information. If you keep doing it over and over again, and then I'm just like, what is going on? If you keep cash apping me money and telling me to Apple Pay you this, then I need to know some information. I might be a part of a drug laundering money ring. I ain't saying no names, but
what about you, Sean? How you feel on? Do you care what the money is for when they ask you to borrow it?
I don't care what it's for, but if they openly tell me they're trying to like buy some hardcore drugs, that's just something I don't support openly. So I'm not going to give them all. Like if you're trying to buy heroin, coke, Molly, like
the heroin is a tricky one for me though.
Yeah, like go get money. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not going to support that.
But the heroin is a tricky one, and I'm gonna explain why. Because it's like this person actually is dealing with an addiction with heroin, but they also trying to like live. That shit's horrible with the addiction to heroin. So I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't have friends that are around me that have my number that is addicted to heroin. So I don't know how I would handle that. If one of my friends called me and they was addicted to heroin, first of all, I'd be shocked as fuck. Jackie Bear Trap, y'all want to tell me something? But
do you need money to get Suboxone?
Yeah. But I mean, overall though, I don't ever have anyone hit me up for money. It's usually, if anyone hits me up, it's they want weed. That's always, it's, yo, can you get me a gram of concentrate? Yo, can you get me a cartridge? Yo, your workout deals. Who's got good flour? It's always weed.
Well, yeah, you're considered to be the plug.
Yeah,
you're the plug now.
I have my roommate will refer her family members, and her family members have come into my work specifically asking for me. They want me to help them out. They keep coming back, and I mean, I fuck with that because we see a lot of regulars that come through, and I mean, we haven't touched on it much, but I love my job. I went from working at Starbucks and hating my job to loving what I do and working around weed all day.
I don't know, Sean. I saw a few of them Facebook posts, man. Look like y'all was lit up in the Starbucks, though, bro. I mean, I remember them places, bro. Y'all was having fun up in that shit, yo.
There's been so funny story. Me and one of the old baristas I worked with at the first store that I moved to when I came out to Arizona. It was a really slow night, and me and this coworker, we smoked together all the time after work. And they were like, do you want to smoke out of a new piece? And I was like, sure, whatever. She made a bowl out of one of our bananas. So we took the banana, made it into a smokable piece, put it in the inventory fridge so it would stay cold and frozen and usable. And then after we closed, because at that store it was a small cafe store, so only me as the manager, the shift manager, and the one barista would close, did everything, clocked out, smoked in one of the bathrooms, and then tossed that shit.
Gangster. Banana flavored weed. How did she do that?
I don't even remember. She found some YouTube video. I bet you if you YouTube banana pipe, you can find it. And
bro, they had to have something like a pencil or something. How do you make the hole for you to hit it?
I don't know.
How do you gut the banana in the middle? How do you?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I got that high off of it. I was just more stoked on the idea that I was doing it in the store and the whole recklessness of it. Didn't even matter.
You felt like a teenager breaking rules again.
Yeah,
that's dope. You got to relive your youth. It's lit.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, all right. So what's the weirdest thing you guys ever smoked out of? Since we
started with Jackie.
This is the 420.
Nothing weird.
A crack pipe.
Okay. All right. Well,
that was kind of bizarre.
Has anybody smoked out of? All right. Say yes if you smoked out of a can. A Coke soda,
yeah.
Put the little dent in it.
Yeah,
everybody done did the soda can.
No,
gravity bomb.
Soda can, thank you.
Jackie, you're not really a veteran smoker.
Yeah, okay, though. Exactly.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm not either anymore.
Yeah, but you was
smoking right there, though. No, that ain't no veteran. That's a
I'm smoking enough for everybody. It's fine.
An OE can.
Listen, that's not homeless. Listen, let me tell you something. Everybody who was smoking weed back in the day did the water bottle bongs, they did the cans.
Bongs got me so high.
People even smoked out of apples. I can't figure that one out to save my life.
I've never.
I did that.
I've heard about it. I've never done that one.
I ate the apple afterwards, and it was very weird.
Ashy. I'd imagine.
It was not enjoyable, but I made $10 to do it, so it's fine.
Oh, it was a dare?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So you telling me somebody dared you to smoke out of an apple?
No. Smoking out of the apple was not the dare. It was eat the apple afterwards.
Okay.
I didn't have to eat the whole apple. I ate just a bite.
Nah, you would have to eat that whole bit for me. You need the whole apple.
Well, it wasn't a big
apple. $10? $10?
Yo, we were 20. We were all crossfaded. $10 made sense. I don't know.
Yeah, but 10 years ago, Sean, that $20 was Nothing. Just like
yeah,
$10 is nothing. Just like it is now. Nothing.
I mean, hey,
Yeah,
that
right.
$10 could get a lot of tacos at Taco Bell at the time.
A lot of
now.
Ooh, that sounds kind of good. You know what? We're not supposed to be eating on marijuana minutes, but now I'm hungry.
Oh, let's talk about our favorite munchy food. I'm gonna tell you mine. When I first started smoking, this was really weird. I would make peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and I would put strawberry yogurt like on the top of that bit, and then sometimes I would just dip it. Oh my god, it was so good.
What the fuck is wrong with this
No,
Yo, I support that.
Hey,
I think that sounds good. Like
it
I
was
might actually have to do that.
Yeah, hey, you know what, Sean? You probably that guy to eat beer can chicken too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beer can chicken, beer can burgers. I mean, it's been a minute, but I know how to make them. Yeah, I love to cook. I love cooking high. My go-to, real talk, is to make a thing of sloppy Joe mix, and then make a thing of tater tots in the oven, and then take the tater tots, put the sloppy joes on top, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of ranch,
man,
make like nachos.
Like,
that sounds kind of good.
The best hand.
And it's cheap. Like,
Jackie, didn't need to take a break for you to change your underwear?
I need a break so I can go get some food.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of good.
My bad, Jackie. My bad.
Listen, hands down, the best munchy food has to be cereal. Fruity Pebbles.
Ooh, cereal.
Yeah, cereal is fire when you have, bro. Oh my god.
Right. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna tell my waterfall story. I already told Q, but this one time I was so high and I was like listening to "This Is No Ordinary Love" by Sade. You guys look that song up, and I was drinking.
I promise you, it won't make you feel the way he did.
I'll tell you, I was drinking sweet tea out of the jug from Publix, right? And I felt like I turned.
Wait.
I felt like
hang on,
I turned into
half
a
gallon,
waterfall.
full gallon.
Wait.
The whole thing. Yeah.
Listen. Wait. Time out. Trap. Was it a whole gallon or half a gallon?
Because there's a difference in size.
It was a whole gallon.
Hey.
Okay. And tell the people what did you thought you was?
I thought I was a water fountain. Not a water fountain, but a waterfall. But I was a sweet tea waterfall. So I stopped being a human. You know how like at the top of the waterfall it's like flat and then it goes down. It's like, so my mouth was the top of the mountain and then my throat was like where it falls down. And I ceased to exist in that moment, bro. It was so intense.
Oh my god!
So intense, bro.
Oh my god! I don't know what he was smoking.
Is no ordinary love.
No, what?
It was intense, dog. It was. I don't know.
Oh my goodness, yo.
Yeah.
Now that's a great story. Let's lead to the. First of all, before I go there, Jackie, you got a munchy food you like?
No, I kind of eat a little bit of everything, but I do have this thing with chocolate. When I'm high as hell, I need chocolate. Like right now, I want some chocolate.
Here I go.
No.
Here I
go.
No. Not the kind of chocolate I want.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. That's that jam though, y'all. If y'all know what that is, man, hey, hit us up on social media. If you know what that was, just from that little demo me and Trap gave. Tell me what song that is. Tell me what song that is. I bet you don't know. Anyway, okay, so let me ask y'all a question, right? Since Trap thought he was a waterfall, what's your craziest high story? What is the craziest thing that's happened to you while smoking? I'll let y'all tell y'all's first. Go, Jackie, you got one?
No, I'm gonna have to think about it. I don't know if I got one off the top of my head.
Yo, I gotta think about that too. Damn.
Oh,
What?
okay. So I know once I got so high I walked in the room and told my best friend, I was like, I think I'm too high. And I just like, it was like the air around me was just vibrating or something. It was so weird. I wanted
Jackie turned into a hummingbird, yo.
wait, I just wanted to lay down in the middle of the bed and just let the fan just air just fall down on me because I just felt like I was vibrating and every movement it just got more intense. I was like, I can't handle it. I know.
I need to let the air sound down on me.
That's fine. Trap, what about you?
All right, so
besides the waterfall, anything
this
else?
is probably like that. This might be the highest I ever been, and I don't even know if this was all we was smoking because it was on a 420 day. It was one day we were celebrating. It was like either 2010, 11, 12, one of those years. But I was at the card table. We had stopped playing cards. We were smoking weed. Drew was there. Shout out my nigga Drew. And
salute to Drew.
Yeah. A whole bunch of other niggas. Yeah, 100 other niggas was there. But I was holding the J, not with, you know how you pitch it with 2 fingers? And yeah, but I was pitching it with both hands, right? So so the J was kind of flat,
playing
right?
the flute.
Yes, bro. I was so high, but I was drinking too. But I was like super dumb high. And then I hit the J one time. I had my elbows on the table, and then the world flipped upside down, and I was stuck to the ceiling, and then I turned into a rat, and my hands was not hands, they were like little claws, and I was just holding the J, and then I grew whiskers, bro. I'm not kidding, y'all. I grew whiskers like a rat, and then I was holding it with my little claws, and I was hitting the J with both of my hands holding it. I could see this clear as day, and I was wearing sunglasses. I was like a little rat wearing sunglasses upside down. That was like, bro, I'm too high, dog. And that's the last thing I remember that night. Honestly, I don't know how I got to bed. I don't remember nothing else.
Oh my God. What?
I was too high.
Yo, I don't know what you was on, boy, but that shit was stronger than a motherfucker, boy. God,
yeah, I don't know what that
was. He said he turned into a rat.
Yeah, it might not have all been weed. I don't know what was going on that night, but it was 420 and we smoked like, I know we smoked at least 11 J's that night. That's when I stopped counting. But
hey man,
yeah.
Sean, what about you? Any crazy stories? Anyone you can think of yet?
I thought of a few. I have plenty, but one of my favorites, I guess, or one that I guess I just thought of is it was also 420, and it was my first experience with like hardcore edibles. Well, no, like not hardcore edibles, but like my first experience really with big dose edibles in general. I've never really eaten them. I only smoked weed and flower at the time. And I went to my friend's house, who was my plug, and he was having a big party. He had like a bowl of like a big salad bowl, but full of nugs of weed, plates of edibles, all different types. And I hung out with him because he also produces and makes music. So I'd hang out with him, we'd kick it. I bought an edible from him and I ate it. And I was going downtown St. Pete for a record store day because they were having a live band and music. And I was like, fuck yeah, that sounds dope. By the time I got there, because I had to take the bus, and it was a couple buses each way, a couple different directions, I was so high when I got to the record store that like I've been there 1,000 times before. And I know how the record store is laid out. I felt so lost. Where like I know that whole street like the back of my head. I had no idea where I was. I don't know how I got on the bus to make it back home. I made it back home. I remember texting my friend at the time, being like, "Yo, I made it home." I don't know how I did that. Yeah, but like I secured the bag because my parents didn't let me smoke in their house. They were really against it.
Yeah, I remember. I remember back in them days. When we were in school.
Well, it wasn't. Yeah. Oh man, that's why I never smoked until I moved out because they were assholes about it, and I didn't even smoke then, and they accused me of smoking. And my stepdad, when I moved back,
that's what I was talking about.
When I moved back in with my stepdad and my mom at like 20, we had moved. They were in an apartment, and I shared a room with my brother, which was awkward because it was just not fun. But I was buying weed from my neighbor, and he waited too long to like meet up with me. You know how sometimes a plug's like 5 minutes, that's 20 minutes.
No, nigga.
And I told him
we'll talk about that in a minute because I got a whole PSA for all. I got a whole PSA for all.
We can
plugs.
touch that in a second. But he was late, and right as I got in his car and grabbed it from him, my parents pulled up and they caught me red-handed buying it. And my stepdad being he works for the police department, but he's like a security crossing guard instructor. So he thinks he's like a big police officer.
He's not even an officer, bro. He's a security guard instructor.
Don't even get me started. But he called the cops on me. He had the cops come out over a gram. I bought a gram.
A dime?
I was gonna smoke that in a day. Like that was gonna be gone that night. I was gonna boost. And like it was just so awkward. The cops came out, good cop, bad cop thing. I was like, y'all taking me to jail or what? Like, it's a gram. Like,
I mean, yeah, like, what's up?
What's up? Like, you came out here. You're not going to scare me into thinking this is bad. Like, sorry. So, I feel like, honestly, the only reason they didn't arrest me is because, one, I'm white. And I hate to say that, but it's true. And two, I was at my parents' house.
Actually, you're pink, but we won't get into this.
Listen, I know. But yeah.
But listen, okay, so I got to tell you my story because Sean went off on a little tangent there, but it's all good. He's a guest; he can do that. And it's Marijuana Minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're on Marijuana Minutes. Now, okay, so I got a couple. I got two of them. Actually, I have maybe three. So the first one was I was in high school and it was 420 as well. And I remember I had got suspended on 420.
What is it about this day?
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, it's lit.
Happens.
Back in the day, we used to go hard. I mean, I don't go as hard as I do now for 420 because every day for me is 420. But anyway, so I had got suspended and it was a Friday and my brother picked me up from the bus. And so I was like, bro, I'm gonna give you some green or whatever. It's 420, want to smoke. So I smoke, man. So I called my brother. I was like, bro, let's go to Wendy's. I want to get a Baconator. So I went and got a double Baconator. I went home, ate the double Baconator. I was like, bro, I want to go back to Wendy's. I want to get a triple Baconator. Oh, so I went back and got the triple Baconator, ate the Baconator, right? So then I went to my homeboy's house. I'm at my homeboy's house. I rode my bike. My homeboy house is literally across the street, y'all. I rode a bike over there. I'm so fucking high. I cannot figure out how to get back home. I rode the bike across the street, ran into the gate, my gate. I rode the bike. I got back on the bike, jumped off the curb, ran into the other curb. I couldn't figure out which way was straight. I couldn't, it was the world. I felt the world spinning and that bitch was tricking the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
And
I've been that high.
Anyway, another story. I remember being high. I don't know if I told this story. I think I told this to Trap. And I'm sure I told this to Jackie Bear. But I was smoking with one of the homies in 10th grade and we were smoking on a trail. And I think he had got some green from his neighbor across the street. I think her mom them sold weed or whatever. Anyway, so we were smoking the weed on this trail. We were sitting on these big ass leaves. We was folding the palm. I think it was a big ass palm tree. We was folding the palm tree back and sitting on the leaves. And, so I'm rolling a blunt too as I'm telling my story. So 420, baby. So anyway, when we got done smoking, we get up and I remember walking back to the crib and I just remember tripping. I thought the buildings was chasing me. I thought people was after me. I went in my homeboy crib. I couldn't remember where I was. I kept thinking I was at my house. I kept running into the walls. It was bad. I finally made it to the bed and laid down. And I always know, when you drunk and you want to be sober, go to sleep. So that's kind of what I did with the weed. So I was like, I'm going to sleep because if I go, I'm going to wake up straight. But I don't know what the fuck that shit was. I think it was laced. But I ain't fuck with him no more after that shit. Not on the weed tip. Not from her. Hell no.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it was wild, bro. It was wild. But who knows, man? It really could have been laced. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think I've
Because
ever
if you
come
smoking
across.
something, go ahead.
I don't think I've ever come across like smoking laced weed, but I've definitely, when I first started smoking weed, I didn't know anything about like the difference in the like. You had hydro, you had Reggie, you know, there's different types of weed, and something I smoked just like it had to have been probably something, now that I think about it, sativa, but it had me like bouncing off the walls of my apartment like all night. Like I just couldn't sit still. It was not fun. Also, that same night, I my ex, this girl I dated for a few months, her boyfriend liked to play pranks, and they called me and like threatened to like come get the couch from my apartment because me and her had like spent like $20 on some couch at Goodwill, and like it tripped me the fuck out. I was
Really?
like panicking. Yeah, I
Now,
did just like go to.
sometimes I don't like that sativa high.
I like a sativa high now that I have more of a way to kind of control that sativa high. But like back then, no, that messed me up for a minute. I didn't smoke for like 3 days after that.
So, Trap.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Cause Trap, why did you stop smoking? Cause you currently actually don't really smoke. You might.
I don't like smoking because I've never had a panic attack sober. I've had panic attacks while I was high and I was in paranoid and I was upset. It's just like it makes me out of my thing like that. But I can deal with that. I can deal with that if that's here and there. But the real thing is, it makes me super lazy, bro. Like I was in college and I was smoking all like for the first 2 years or whatever. When I was getting my AA, and I was passing my classes, but it wasn't. I was just living for the weekend. I was just turning up. You saw me back then, so you know what it was.
Yeah.
I was
there with you, nigga. What do you mean? Sorry, I was turning up with you.
Exactly. So, but then I went to UNF, and these are my like 300, 400 level classes, and these are classes are actually harder. I stopped smoking weed, and then that's when I finally made the dean's list. Like I never got on the AB honor roll until then, because I actually had the motivation to make money, make money, and study and do good. You know what I'm saying, to succeed. But before that, I didn't care about that. I just wanted to get hot. Like I just wanted to hide and turn up.
You were the ones that they always made the example of, the ones who do stuff like that. Because I mean, like with me,
wait a second, Q. But it was different because I was smoking with Orcel all the time, and he still was on his grind. So I'm not going to say that weed will make you stop doing that, because he was smoking just as much as I was.
That's what I was just going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. I was like,
it's all about maturity.
Yeah,
no, honestly, it's a fight, bro. You got to know what to do with weed. Is this, and this is the trick. I'm telling you, I've been smoking for a long time, but this is the trick to weed. Number one, you smoke a lot of weed when you stay home all day, every day by yourself. Number one. Number two, when you smoke, don't lay down. It don't matter what you smoking. I don't care. People say they smoke sativas or whatever. Weed, all that shit put you to sleep. Eventually, your ass crash the fuck. You smoke sativas all day. I guarantee you crash. Guarantee it. If you don't lay down, if you don't sit down and get lit, you won't. It won't. The thing about it is, like when I smoke, like I can smoke before I go to work. And I used to have a job where I was sewing, and I would smoke. I was after being at work at 6:30. I would get up at like 5, roll me a blunt, smoke. You know what I'm saying? Actually, jump in the shower, then get out the shower, roll a blunt, smoke. You know what I'm saying? And then go to work. And I'm straight. I'm more productive that way because I put on my music, I get in my zone, and I'm moving, I'm sewing and shit. I'm doing what I gotta do. And weed, to me, it makes me more. As long as I'm busy, it makes me more good
All
to
right,
get
but
to the
I got
end
a
goal.
question though. Has it ever made you guys' thoughts race? Like you start thinking too much and then just like start thinking extra stuff? Like, has it ever made your thoughts? Because I talked to one of my friends, she was like, nah, when I smoke, I'm just like, duh, I don't think about nothing. I was like, it doesn't do that for me. Like when I smoke, I'm like, what is this? What is that? What is this? Just keep going. And that's why when I rap, when I'm high and I'm freestyle, I'll be like, it's so lyrical, spiritual, miracle. And it's just like, because my thoughts are going and I can think about 17 different things that rhyme at the same time. And that's why I'm so much better. And it helps with creativity like that. But if I'm just trying to chill, it's just like, what if we're all already dead? And this is just hell that we're in and blah, blah, blah. Like, no, bro. Like, I ain't with that.
Yeah, but see, I've never had that. My thoughts don't race. Like I smoke and, you know, I actually come up with some great ideas and people think that, you know, some things are great ideas when they smoking and they really don't be. That is true.
Okay. What about everybody else? Jackie Bear?
They race sometimes, but sometimes I'm just so like laid back that I think, but it's not racing. You know what I mean? I've experienced both, and I think it may depend on how high I am. Because if I'm really, really high, I'm stuck. I can't move, and my thoughts they're not racing. But when I'm not that high, which is very, very weird. But when I'm like not as high as like high, I do be having weird thoughts. Yeah, they be racing. I be like, what if this? What if that? What if this? And it's weird. You would think it would be the other way around, but it's not. It's like when I'm real, real high and I'm stuck, I don't think about much.
Yeah.
I like to watch
you
conspiracy
kind of have to
theories.
break. You kind of have to break through to that Zen level. Me, when it was like when at the end of my smoking career, I guess I was like, I could smoke only like a certain amount. I just get a little bit high, and then my thoughts would like just start to pick up a little bit, and then I could just freestyle and just be on that level. But then I smoke a little more and a little more, and then I get paranoid. It's like these niggas out to get me. I don't know what
But
they.
now, Trap, let me ask you a question. So what happened the other day? I ain't gonna put too many details out there, but the other day when you called me, and remember when we were in Duval, I was in Duval, and one of our friends went out on a
Yeah.
date,
So
and you were tripping.
no, I wasn't really tripping though. I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
No,
Travis,
I
you
was,
was
I
tripping.
was I was sitting there, but like on the inside, I wasn't really paranoid. My heart wasn't racing. I wasn't sure that I was about to die. I wasn't sure that somebody was trying to kill me, and like I felt all that stuff, and I've been too high. Like I felt like these
Listen,
niggas really trying to
but
kill me. My own friends and my
just
friends.
because, okay, so you didn't feel that way, but your actions displayed that. Your
Yeah,
actions
they
when you
displayed
called
that,
me
but at
and the
the
way you hold on and the way you were talking and the way you were feeling all displayed everything that you say that we makes you feel on the inside. You was displaying that to me
I
after we
displayed
left
it,
the bar.
and it might seem that way to you on the outside, like interpreting like that, like receiving it. It might magnify it, but on the inside, I didn't feel any of that. I didn't feel any of the stress. I didn't feel any of the blah blah blah. I just was like, this might happen, so let me just be ready for it if it happens. You know what I'm saying?
I think
So you be prepared for every situation to go down.
Yeah,
listen, hold on.
you
First
gotta
of
be
all,
prepared.
well, I'm always
But
prepared for every situation to go down. But
I
his
felt
was
none
over
of
the
the
top. No,
none of the
trap wasn't. It wasn't a preparing. It was a. I'm right here sitting waiting.
exactly.
I know this
It's
is going to
gonna
happen.
happen, and
It's
I
going
know
to
what
happen.
to do.
So I'm right
Right.
here. You wasn't. It's not like you was. Okay, I'm chilling in the living room. No, you was at the bottom step. Like you at the
I was sitting on the steps, ready.
ready. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you
But I wasn't
paranoid.
panicking. I
You
wasn't
were showing
panicking,
signs of paranoia. That's signs of paranoia, bro.
it's
Nothing even.
a sign of it, but it's not a feeling of it. Was what I'm saying. Like if I was high, my heart would have been racing, my hands probably would have been shaking. I would have been sure every little noise. I would have been like, that's that nigga. Ooh, I probably would have shot through the door, honestly. But so like when I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I don't like feeling high. I mean, I don't like feeling nervous. I don't like feeling like.
So maybe you should only smoke Reggie.
No, I shouldn't smoke at all.
No,
wow.
he should have only smoked Reggie. Because
Nah,
he
I
shouldn't.
should
Yeah.
smoke it all. I'm good. If I do
I'm not.
smoke, I'm
I
like,
said
yo, give
should
me
have,
some
not
big.
shouldn't. I said should have only smoked Reggie.
What about you, Sean? Your thoughts of a race? Or you ever get
It's
paranoid?
I wouldn't say my thoughts race. I feel like my highs are curated based off of my surroundings. So like I'll come home from work and I'll smoke and I'll put on music and I'll just get like stuck like sitting here in a chair, just kind of vibing to like the playlist that I got going, smoking.
Yes.
Or if I'm in the room or like I'll be focused playing games on the Xbox or whatever. Or if I put on a conspiracy theory, because I love documentaries. Like when I'm high, I'm throwing on whatever documentary I can find. I've watched probably everything on the guy from Waco, Texas, the cult person. I watched all the Auschwitz, World War II stuff. Like I love that, and I get stuck like really just not really my thoughts racing, but I get stuck in just like so focused on what they're talking about. It just drags me in.
Yeah,
Wait, I got a question. Sean, did you watch not Lion King, the Tiger King High?
I actually didn't watch all of Tiger King. We tried to watch it. I got an episode and a half into it. I fell asleep on the couch. I didn't try ever since. So like I know of it and like I've seen enough memes and pictures and stuff to know what it's about, but I never watched it fully.
Well, like I say, I'm a music guy. The vibe, when you smoke, you know what I mean, and my thoughts don't race. I just like to, I can set the mood. Like when I do when we do the podcast and I do my part and you know what I'm saying, I'll smoke, sit, listen, think, and then it helps me come up with a title or it helps me come up with, how I want to phrase something when I put it out on social media and stuff like that. So it's like, it helps my thought process. And also I think like, yeah, and I think when I want to like trap, when I want to rap, I have to drink. Smoking isn't what makes me rap real like I want to. It's the combination. If I smoke and drink, me and Trapper, we can rap bar for bar all fucking night. We can sit there and rap. We've done it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like, that's my I guess what put me.
Q, you ever been smoking and you heard a song that blows your high?
Yes, and you know what song that was?
What?
Tupac, Come With Me. Tupac, Hail Mary. Come with me.
Yep. That was one of the ones that blew my high. But there's
Wait,
a bunch
what do you
of
define? Do you mean blow your high as in like it killed your high, or
it ruins it? It makes me. Now that song.
Okay.
That song right there kind of it does something. It's the bells. It's the melody of the song.
It's the darkness. The satanic kind of
Yeah.
I pick up on I'm real in tune with different messages that people put in their music. A lot of it's subliminal. So there could be a lot of songs that'll do it like that. You know that song Vice Versa with what's his face?
Yeah, I was listening to Pastor Troy. I was listening to that today before I left to go to the store earlier. I was listening. And I said heaven was hell and vice versa.
Yeah,
if I told you through it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool on that. I'm all the way cool on that.
Pastor Troy's song, but Pastor Troy's song is a little bit more easier for me to deal with.
Yeah, I'm cool.
The bells are a little different. I'm gonna tell you about that Tupac song. That Tupac song, one time I was legit. Man, this is my pre-smoking days. And I remember being half asleep and half awake. It was early in the morning. I had to be about 5:30, 5:45. I had the clock radio on. And I was listening to Star 94.5. Salute to Star 94.5. And they motherfucker played that song, man. And I had that song in my dream. And it was a car chasing me, but I couldn't run. I was running fast as I could run, but I wasn't running fast.
Come with me.
All right, we're done. You don't need to sing it. I didn't sing it because I didn't need it to be sung, Travis. Thank you. Okay.
I'm just giving the background.
I'm smoking. We don't need you to do
it. They see you running as a little boy, and then Tupac driving the car. Come with me. He was already dead.
But anyway, so it was a crazy. that song right there will definitely fuck me up. I don't even have that song on my library. Like,
Yeah.
What about so on another realm of music, do you get past the aux cord? What song are you putting on first? If you smoking, like you're getting rid of
where
all
am I?
that smoking.
Wait. Where are we in a car with some good bass or
No,
whatever?
we just
are we chilling?
Good, yeah, good bass. Good bass
Good
is
bass
definitely
where I can
always.
feel it. I'm putting on a song with some bass, and they're probably gonna put on some maybe like a vibe song. Trap put me on to that what's that Bootsy Collins and shit, that chill. I'll put on something like that. I'll put on something like that. I'll put on Webby 612s. I'll put on something with I love Lil Baby when Lil Baby be sliding when you high. You got some bass, dog, and you jamming, and you just So it depends now, man, because there's so many different hot songs out there. Like with me and Trap, we got a hot song. We'll play that T-Pain. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Don't touch me. I got it. Yeah.
So I can't really say it's between those. What about you, Trap? What you gonna play?
It depends. Like we just like chilling like that. I'll probably put on that Mystical Smoke one, or that Wiz Khalifa, Still Blazing. Like
okay.
Anything Harry Fraud. Like you know what I do. That Telephone Burner. We played that earlier today. I put on that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Something with like nice bass, weird little chipmunks in the background.
Right. It gotta be something that's gonna create a real serious, like a vibe. You know what I mean?
But you know what? But that ain't even really my main genre, like hip hop no more. I got a lot of lounge stuff that I listen to, but I wouldn't put that on in front of like anybody because I know everybody that ain't up their alley. So rap is more popular. But me and Liz, shout out Liz, we was kicking it in the yoga lounge the other night. Last time we recorded. And she was like, nah, man, change the shit because it had words. And then she's like, yeah, this right here. She didn't know none of the songs, but it's just a feeling in those type of records. And I was like, yeah, man, she into that lounge electronic joint.
What about you, Jackie, man? What you gonna put on?
Usher.
Some Aretha Franklin like you did the other day?
I don't think I have anything. I don't have a specific song, but it just gotta be something with a whole bunch of bass. Like if I'm like you said in a car with the bass, or you know what I'm saying, it's gotta be something with that bass.
All about that bass.
So I could just hear that bass. You know what I'm saying? It's just the bass that do it for me.
Yeah, you like it.
It's the bass for me.
Okay, Sean, back to you. You asked the original question. What about you? What you
All right, let me guess, Sean. Break my limbs and stretch my skin.
No, listen. I don't. So I mean, I listen to a bunch of like that heavy, like that hardcore, like metal stuff still. But my main focus right now is a lot of EDM music, a lot of like drum and bass, like stuff
you still listen to metal, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
like,
yo,
if you pass me the aux, you're putting on Young Dolph.
Quick second. Let me take this talking stick from you 1 second. I gotta tell y'all, I used to ride the bus with this guy, and for 2 hours, I could hear his headphones. All you hear is, and I'm like, yo, he's gonna be deaf. Yo, take off the headphones, sound. Yeah, what's up? Like, yo, nigga, can you hear me? Nigga, do you need a hearing aid? Like, his shit used to be loud as fuck, bro. I was like, what the hell?
I was his roommate, bro. Like, so I heard the same thing you heard for those 2 hours on that ride. I heard all night and all day.
Yo, but real talk though, but I mean, you're also the same reason I started listening to like a bunch of like that Dirty South rap. So
but you're the reason why I started listening to rock though. Like,
we bounce off each other. It's a vibe.
Exactly. You heard me quoting that song. Remember I told you a couple years ago. I was like, bro, what is this song? Please help me find it.
And you spat out some lyrics, and I was like, I got you. And I figured I couldn't tell you what it was now, but I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely right now, I'm feeling Young Dolph. Like I really like all of his music. All the features that he has, it's all like Currency, Gucci, Lil Uzi. So it has a bunch of good features and all in the playlist. Or I'm just throwing out some really heavy like EDM.
I'm sorry. Hey man, Memphis is killing it right now in the
They
rap
are.
game, though.
Moneybag Yo.
He's
him,
putting
All
out
of them.
he's
What's your boy? What's your boy just
constantly
put out that
putting
album? Damn, I can't think his Pooh Shiesty.
Pooh Shiesty.
Dog.
Yeah.
Memphis might be solidifying in the rap game, and they finna take over because them boys are doing well. They all
But
doing well. But
he been putting it down back in the day, and then it was Young Bud and then Starlito and them.
Yeah,
so
but
they always
when has
been
that
in the loop.
not this heavy?
Nah, not
A-Ball MJG definitely put them on, but not this heavy, boy. This is heavy.
Yeah. Not like this. Then Yo Gotti was after that. They always been a press. 3-6 Mafia. They've always had a press.
Juicy J is still pumping out music.
Juicy J last album, I heard some slaps on there. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really vibe with 3-6 like that, but he had a couple songs on there. I was like, yo, this is fire.
Yo,
I don't
really
vibe
like
with 3-6 Mafia like that either.
I like a couple of Juicy songs, but like not a big Mafia fan altogether. Yeah. But a couple of his songs are dope.
Yeah, especially when he linked up with Wiz. Oh my god, I was like, yeah.
Yo, I just heard for the first time some song that was Young Dolph and Wiz, and it blew my mind. I was
Young Dolph
smoking.
Listen, this is becoming to be a song PSA. We telling all about the music. Listen, all I'm saying is this: good music. All them people got good music. Everybody got a vibe, and if you want to create that when you smoking, put them all on because it doesn't matter.
Who makes the best weed songs though? Like everybody makes weed songs. Like this
Chris Webby.
Chris Webby. Okay.
Chris Webby.
Got your vote, Q?
Who?
Chris Webby.
Chris Webby. He's been someone I've been fucking with since like
Chris Webby.
I just got out of high school. Yeah, right after I got out of high school, he put out his first mixtape. My friend Neil showed it to me, and I've been on his train since. He's constantly putting out fire and features, and it's all like weed related stuff. He has a song called Sativa, fire. He's got something called Tropicana, a song called Ganja Man. Like he just puts out really good tracks.
Okay.
So who you think to make the best weed songs?
That's a tough one, man. Let me come back to me. What about you?
All right. What about you, Jackie Man?
No clue.
There's so many.
I say you got that fire. Say your boy.
Say.
Can we talk about Blueberry? That ludicrous.
I was thinking about that.
That Blueberry Young Boy. That's that fire.
Yeah,
he's talking about that Luda.
Nah. It ain't gonna have nothing on Mystical. Mystical damn near had Mystical had a smoking song on every fucking album.
Yeah,
like
he did.
He was really dedicated. Wiz Khalifa makes some fire ass.
That's because Wiz Khalifa. That's all Wiz Khalifa is doing. He's making music and smoking and doing it at the same time and just.
So
always...
that makes him make the fire shit, right? He makes some fire.
He does. But, he pumps out fire.
But I'm gonna say this though, like Wiz makes some dope weed songs, and I like him, and actually he's probably in my top 3. But I'm gonna say this, he is real lucky because he has producers that has like dope, just like real chill ass beats that'll put you in that weed vibe. That's
like that whole album.
Yeah, his whole thing. Yeah, exactly. Him, Currency, all those guys who hook up with people like Sledro, who's a producer, Harry Fraud, all those guys out there in the Bay, like in the Bay Area, they got some like. As soon as they put on a beat, it's just like you just want to smoke. Ain't nobody got to say a word. So they kind of got the cheat code on it, bro. Like I don't know.
Yeah, Wiz put out that album Taylor. I think it was like Taylor Alderdice, and it was all just like slowed down beats, and it told a story, and it was just nothing but like about smoking, and it just made you want to just sit there and get stupid high.
Right.
He put it out on 420 on purpose, and it was just always.
He always drops on 420. Every year. Did you guys notice that? I didn't notice it until like last year. He was like the Good Fly Young. Maybe it was the year before that. I was like,
I don't know. So are we saying that we do to get a Wiz album?
Of course.
Probably.
If there's not a Wiz album on Tuesday, I will eat my trap hats.
Or at least
both of them.
At least a Wiz song. There has to be something Wiz Khalifa music wise.
Yo, We gonna hold him to that.
Yeah.
I want him to eat that motherfucking hat. Yeah.
All right.
You said you're gonna do what?
I'm gonna eat both of my trap hats. Yeah.
And you better call me when you chewing on that motherfucking bill.
Nah,
Too,
you better call me when you listening to that album. Trust me.
I don't know. Did he come out with one last year?
Yes.
I'm gonna go find out. I'm gonna go look at Spotify on my phone right now.
All right.
Look it up.
So while he finding that, listen. Just to move on real quick, I want to give a public service announcement to all the plugs in out here. Now listen. Between me and you, and between everybody in the world, y'all need to understand how to tell time. Time doesn't change because you sell it. It changes when you smoke it. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute.
He just put out Rolling Papers as like a reissue, but he released it in like March. And then he put out an album in October of last year. So not always on 420, but he has some he has recent music.
Go back to 420 of last year and see if he dropped something.
I'm looking. He did. He did. The Stage of Wiz Khalifa.
Yep. Now go back to the year before that on 420. You'll see The Good Fly Young, and keep going back and you'll see. But anyway, what's his name? Currency. He got the cheat code on that. But I really, what about you, Q? Have you thought about who makes the best like smoke song to you? Like, what do you want to hear the most? Like, who makes a good smoke song when you smoke? And you be like, I find myself going to this person.
T-Pain. It depends because like I like Rod Wave when I'm high. I like NBA Youngboy. I like T-Pain. Something about that auto tune with T-Pain, man. And then T-Pain beats, like they be fire. When you be high, they be fire.
I would tell you guys who I like, but you wouldn't know any of them, so it doesn't matter. What I like to listen to when I'm smoking, it ain't.
No, drop them. I bet you I might know at least one. I'm with it.
Christoph Goes. He's like an electronic guy. Actually, I showed Q Urban Rendezvous the other day.
Yeah, I know that.
That's something I would like to listen to. That's what I listen to when I have some instrumentals type stuff.
I actually have them in my playlist.
Yeah, so stuff like that. It ain't nothing crazy, but just not really hip hop no more because of the Hail Mary stuff. All that Pac was going through. I'm cool on that.
Well, man, listen. Jackie, do you say you just like the vibe, right? You don't want to listen about no specific.
You don't want to listen to Usher?
Specific. No.
All right.
So, I don't like Usher like that.
Wait a minute. Hold the fuck up. Because if that ain't cap, I ain't never heard it in my motherfucking life.
I said like that anymore.
Oh, I didn't hear that last part at all. Because that was cap if I heard cap, boy.
I like that cap.
That motherfucker had every Usher album.
Usher fan. Yes. And I know all his albums, every song off of all his albums.
But I don't mess with him like that. I know every lyric of every song he ever sang ever, but I don't really vibe with him like that. All right, makes sense to me.
Well, listen, check this out though. Want to ask y'all another question before we close up the Marijuana Minutes 420 edition show. Sean, top 5 favorite strands you smoked out of the dispensary, and go.
Top 5. I would say Gelinade followed by Runts. If you find a good Run strain, just taste. It's got that gelato flavor. It's just fire. Anything lemon tree. Fun fact, listened to a song by Young Dolph. He said something lemon tree, and then like a week later we got something in at my work that was lemon tree. Really good stuff. 2 more. Girl Scout cookies. I was lucky enough to get one of the few batches of Girl Scout cookies from a company as like a sample. Some of the best Girl Scout I've smoked in like a decade. So shout out them. And
okay, so that was 5.
That
was
was 4.
Gushers it's always just purple weed, purple orange hairs covered in crystals, always sticky, makes my house smell like a skunk. Gushers.
My favorite strain I ever smoked was a purple strain. It was so good that I thought I got my sight back. Everything looked clear. And I was like, wait, what? I can't see. And then I had to keep reminding myself that because it was so dope. I might have would have spent all my money on that. It was that was back in the day when I was smoking with Austin.
I'm talking about niggas selling couches, TVs, beds. Why you doing, nigga? This shit give me my sight back, y'all. Niggas tripping.
Yeah.
I don't need nowhere to stay. I need to see.
You need to see what? You don't saw the TV. What you gonna look at? I'm saying, wow.
He's like, I can see that motherfucker, goddamn it.
I rather stare at the wall than listen to a TV. That's real talk.
Hey man. But yeah, for real talk, it be like that. And you gotta think, like he thought he could really see, like he felt like everything, like he saw the shit.
It was clear, bro. It was so crazy.
I can see clearly now.
Yeah, exactly. The purple strains. All right, yo. So, what's your favorite strains, Q? He just gave his top 5. What's your top 5?
Hold on, let me light my blunt. I don't know. I think with me, it's probably be, I like OG Perk, Old Granddaddy Perk. That shit's fire. I had this shit, Moon Rock. I had some shit called Moon Rock. That shit was, man.
Was it easy to smoke? Because I've never smoked one, but they look really cool.
You never smoked Moon Rock?
No, Moon Rocks for me, they just look too sticky and messy, and I just don't want to deal with that.
That's crazy.
The weed, man, listen, is fire, bro. It's fire, bro. I was in my bed, but my bed was like this big. I was just like floating. You know what I mean?
This sounds like my rat story.
No, it don't. No.
I was in my bed, but then I grew whiskers.
That's you. But listen, I know my bed was just like I was floating. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it felt just like it felt dope. You know what I mean? That shit was fire. But
wait. So that's it? You haven't felt that from any? I felt that from other strains. Like
I know, but I was explaining that particular one. I mean, I felt that before, but I was explaining that to Sean. Like he don't want to try it, but he should. It's dope.
I've had Granddaddy Purple, and I
no. I'm talking about the Moon Rock.
Oh, that's sorry. Gotta keep up.
Yeah, roll up, listen up, stay caught up. You know what I mean?
I'm bad. I slipped up.
So Moon Rock and the Granddaddy Perk. What's their third?
Now, I never tried nothing that has names like crack.
Oh, like green crack? Green crack?
Yeah, I don't try nothing like, I just don't, man, we can try some other name to name that. We don't have to name that.
Right, that's fair.
I've tried green crack.
I don't.
Have you tried regular crack?
No.
How was the green crack?
Green crack was good. It's a sativa.
Better than the white crack, huh?
Probably by 100%, 200%.
So what's your third one?
I don't really know, man. Like, I don't smoke so much weed. It's hard to like.
You ever had some Bubba Kush?
I've had that before.
Would that make your top 5?
Definitely.
What about haze? You been smoking any haze, lemon haze, or any of the haze?
Lemon haze, purple haze. It's all right. It's good weed, but it's all right. It ain't nothing to me. It ain't nothing to run home about because majority of it is the taste, and I mean it's straight, but it ain't nothing to say. You gotta try it.
I have not heard that in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it ain't like I said. To me, you know. But
the strain doesn't make the weed. It's the weed that makes the weed. The weed that makes the strain.
I want my shit sticky. I want my shit strong. I want it loud. It has to be gas, and you know, I don't want no seeds. Stems are understandable because that's weed. It's going to have a little stem because it has to come off. It is what it is. You know what I mean? People used to always say you could tell the difference between a Reggie stem because that's that thick ass shit, look like it belong on a tree. And then you got the other stem, the regular skinny ass ones that you get with gas. So with me, it ain't about the name; it's about the quality of it.
I think once it becomes legal here and you go to we'll be able to get a more.
You mean
clear
it is legal here?
Yeah. But I mean like recreational.
Once it's recreational here.
Well,
let's be clear though.
Let's talk about that though, because recreational out here is causing businesses from California to come out here and open up shop and start because of the federal government, everything has to be grown in that state. Obviously, we all know people because I can get California weed, and that's where we're at. But everything has to be in state, and so all those companies are coming out here and having their companies set up shop out here and selling their brand out here because there's a new market for it. We've doubled, tripled our sales. I feel like some days when we have stuff on the shelves, and we don't. Because we are running through stuff so fast, we're constantly running out of stuff. But then we're constantly having huge shelves full. We just got a bunch of stuff because obviously 420, we're running sales. It's going to be, it's huge. So if it becomes recreational in Florida, that's going to, Jungle Boys is already moving out to Florida, and that's already a big California name. Cookies is moving out to Florida. That's a big California name because they're going to flourish in that medical market that's already there. And then when it becomes recreational,
it's all dope that they're going to make it recreational on a state level. You know what I'm saying? But I still think we need, to push for it to be recreational on a federal level because
100%.
fair trumps state. So people got to realize that when it comes to this whole, this issue, because, and I mean, once the feds do allow it, of course, they're going to add their tax on it too. I mean, they're already. So it's like.
Look how much money is being made legally in any medical or recreational state. So much money is being made, but look how many people are still in jail in those states for possession of small amounts.
They got it. They got
to fix that.
I went to jail for a roach and two pipes, two bowls.
I have a friend.
So you know what I mean?
That was in a different state. I don't remember what state it was in. It was one of those like Midwest states. It was either Oklahoma or Nebraska, one of those. He had a 0.5 gram cartridge, and it was a felony.
Damn.
Like
a 0.5 gram of oil. Like out in Arizona, out here.
Yeah, no.
So there needs to be.
That's just different. It's a different charge.
Well, yeah, because out here, for rec patients or rec customers, I guess, they can only possess 5 grams of concentrate, whereas I can possess up to my whole 2.5 ounce allotment. And if they possess, and with the recreational, they made the laws for if you are caught with more than you're allowed, they made the laws a lot tougher.
How many grams are y'all allowed on recreational?
So recreational can come in and they can buy 1 ounce a day. And within that ounce, 5 grams of that can either be cartridges, concentrate, anything to dab, or edibles. And then also with edibles, it has to be the whole package has to contain less than 100 milligrams or less. And then each piece has to either be 10 milligrams a piece, or it has to be able to be dosed out into 10 milligrams. So for example, we sell a brand of pretzels that on the bag, there's a sticker. It says 20 pieces, 5 milligrams a piece, 100 milligrams a bag. Therefore, it can be sold to a rec patient. Whereas we have stuff that's like a 300 milligram bottle of THC syrup, which by the way is lit. And I love those things, but we can only sell those to medical patients. And if to pay a higher tax. Oh man, the tax is ridiculous. It's 26%.
How much is a zip?
A zip for rec patients, if they want that gas, you're talking at least 600.
You got me fucked up.
Whoa.
And now here's the thing. That's just my work.
Man, I almost slapped you through the phone just then, bro.
I know. That's just my work. There's other places that run deals. You can get it cheaper. And there's
cheaper. Cheaper.
Listen,
you mean $425 cheaper?
I could sell you a zip for $240, but it's gonna be some Reggie.
You got me fucked up.
Yeah, no. Well, the markup, it's a markup. It's supply and demand.
Ain't no markup. That's fucking highway robbery, bro.
Well, but also with it being recreational, patients and people can grow 6 plants. So not only can they have access to come to buy it and have the option, because my work is just very pricey. We're very bougie.
So y'all wouldn't make that shit on me. No, I'd be like, I could grow my shit, get it over from Amsterdam for like $62 for some seeds, $100 for some already fermented seeds, and just do the shit. You can grow
6 plants. You can grow up to 6 plants. So
6 plants. Y'all know how much one plant makes, bro? That's fucking a lot.
I know, and it's 6 plants per adult. So if there's 2 adults, you can have 12. So I know plenty of people. A lot of my friends are out here growing, and it's dope because I'm excited to see, like, they're all kind of harvesting around the same time, and it's all over their social medias. And I'm excited to see it all kind of in real time and get to try some of it and let them know. And some people are going to take it and make concentrate out of it to dab. And I'm just here to try new things and let them know how they're doing, because the only way for them to get better at what they're doing.
But see, what's going to happen is the value in weed is going to drop now.
At some point, yes. At some point,
yeah, the value in weed is going to drop. So once it becomes recreational and you're allowed to grow it like that, it's going to drop, and it's not going to be during weed. It's not going to disappear.
It's not going to be. I feel like there's just not a lot of companies out here right now, and there was already a shortage of weed because of COVID. So there was already a high demand, and these companies trying to keep up with the demand anyways. So prices already kind of went up pre-rec anyways. So it's just kind of going up a little bit more. And I'm hoping that it levels out soon, because I also am a patient and I buy weed, and I don't have the time or the patience to try and learn how to grow. Like, that's why I bought my med card to buy the weed. And I don't want to get, I don't have to pay an arm and a leg to get the same quality that I was used to.
Sean, I'll hook you up with the plug. We'll talk off of here.
I mean, but I know plenty of people out here that can get me cheaper weed. But for me, it's just the convenience of the fact that I also get a discount. I don't pay the prices that people pay, the ticket that people pay. I don't pay that. I wouldn't pay that.
Percentage of discount do you get? 50?
35.
You said 75?
35.
35.
That's not enough.
I mean,
you're still paying over $300. That's not enough.
I'm
It's not enough.
paying
35% off of 600 is nowhere near under
here's the
300.
thing though. I make good. It pays good. It pays well, and people tip, so they tip well too. So between that, I
Man,
may be
y'all wouldn't
spending
get
a
a
little
fucking.
more.
You know what I'm gonna give y'all tip? My tip would be to take these fucking
I
prices
mean,
and shove them up y'all
I
asses.
promise you though, there's
$600 for a
places.
fucking zip. That
There's
shit got
places
me
out
mad,
here.
and I don't even live in Arizona, yo.
Yo, I'll send you. I'm gonna send you some links to look at some of the menus of places out here. I want you to look at the prices. It's some of them have better deals, and some are still running. Some are still only medical, because that's been the biggest thing. Is a lot of companies stopped running medical deals altogether for people, whereas before they'd run a daily deal, they'd run deals on flour, they'd run deals on carts, they'd run deals on edibles, and it's all been about kind of like supply and demand. And it's hopefully there's going to be more companies that come out and it'll flush itself out a little bit. There'll be more weed, there'll be more options, prices will go down. But I mean, I've heard people say in other states that went recreational, they did the same thing. And it's the market. That's why, like you said, there's still going to be a street market, because there's still going to be people that can get you weed cheaper than the dispensary.
Yeah.
100%. But the only reason I won't hit those people up, and I don't mind paying the money I'm paying at the dispensary, is because one, I can pick what I want, and two, I get a discount, and three, I don't have to wait around my schedule, their schedule, picking up from them. Because that was always the biggest hassle for me, was waiting on the plug.
Well,
Yeah.
I already gave my public service announcement to all plugs, and if you didn't hear it, you can either go back and listen. No, fuck that. I'm gonna tell you again, motherfucker. Listen, just because y'all sell weed doesn't mean the time is slow. Time slows down when you smoke it. Now, when you sell it. Now, Sean, we want to actually thank you for joining us here on the Marijuana Minutes 420 Special Edition. We
It's
actually
been
it's been great. It's been a great day, man. 420. Stay lit.
Always.
We appreciate you coming and giving us the knowledge of what's going on out there in Arizona with the recreational and the medical. And man, we I thank you for coming out. Or coming on, brother.
No, it's been a pleasure, man.
Appreciate you, Sean.
Hey, man, and this has been another episode of the Marijuana Minutes, man. And listen, like I always tell y'all, we appreciate y'all listening. Shout out to all our listeners as always. Salute to Sean for coming on. And I want to tell y'all, man, roll up, listen up, and stay caught up.
Period.
Gang, gang.